Stugotz here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love a good gummy. Whether I'm on the golf course or winding down after a long day of carrying the show on my back, all I need is one good gummy to help me totally relax. And now, thanks to my good friends at CBDMD, getting Delta 9 THC gummies shipped directly to your door is not only possible, it's easy and affordable. How about that? Every CBDMD Delta 9 gummy is packed with 10 milligrams of THC per gummy, and let me tell you, buddy, they work. CBDMD also has Delta 9 microdose capsules that feature 1 milligram of THC, so it's easy to enjoy them whenever, wherever. And listen, I know it's easy to get confused with all the different Deltas out there, but Delta 9 THC is the same good old-fashioned THC we've all known and loved for years. To learn more about Delta 9 and everything else CBDMD has to offer, just head to cbdmd.com/Dan. Once again, that's cbdmd.com/Dan for information, education, and the best damn gummies you've ever had. Must be 21 years or older to purchase Delta 9.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code DAN for a special offer when you sign up. That's code DAN only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Should we go as a show to Rolling Loud next year? Should we be doing
What is that?
something from
Appearance fee?
Thing. Yeah.
I Have a Thing?
Well, I will unless there's an appearance fee.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine a place. I mean, I would like to go for the cultural experience. I just don't think I would feel very odd about it. I was like, Why? I don't know. I just feel strange. I don't know why. I feel strange my entire time there. It's a lot of energy.
Well, before Mike Ryan walked in, you were asking the three least likely people in this crew that would go to that. It was me, Billy, and Whitty.
What do you mean? What's the most energy you've ever been around, Whitty, if that's a lot of energy?
The F1 minute.
Mike did take me to a mosh pit once.
I have to go learn Hungarian now.
I did jump in a mosh pit once. That was a lot.
What?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Really?
Mike, our show at Rolling Loud, any interest?
No. No. What? Well, so they can a place that is established that they'll throw things at people that they like? No. Yeah. No, absolutely not.
But what are your thoughts? Like, because you say our show there, like, are we just going as, like, concert goers or are we doing something?
No,
there?
I want to start going to music festivals and talking to artists. I want to start making content that goes outside of sports and would like for our show to be able to grab an assortment of interesting people during a partying time in Miami and have them come by.
I don't think that's the one, though. I don't. I think last year they had a wrestling match. Like a portion of WWE SmackDown was at Rolling Loud, and the WWE is a lot bigger than this show, and the crowd wasn't really about it. It looked cool, though. Do you want to look cool? You guys want to look cool?
I can't look cool there. I'm too old to look cool there, but I would like to talk to Travis Scott if he's making a guest appearance out of nowhere.
Well, just because we're there doesn't mean we're getting Travis Scott.
I know, but I mean to coordinate it a year out, Stugotz. No, we can't get into Baselli's Hall of Fame induction without planning it out.
I will say, you also want to plan with an enterprise that you're borrowing and lending from their established track record of responsibility and administrative efficiency. Kanye was supposed to play that 3 days ago.
I know. He disappeared.
But then he showed up also.
Rolling Loud is a bit of I think it would just probably magnify our own problems.
Did Kanye, was he, like, I don't know, obviously, but he backed out, right? And then he went and just performed anyways. So, like, he turned down money, but then he did it for free?
I think promotionally, I don't know if he did it for free because he came out, right? I don't think Kanye does anything for free. I think Kanye either does something for a lot of money or does something that he will stand to lose a lot of money from. But there is no in between, which is free.
I wanted to ask you guys, as we get Stugotz, we are not the greatest show to talk about superheroes. We are getting criticized for last week's effort.
But we admitted that. That was a disclaimer we put up front, Dan. Also, I think our show, if we're going to go to a Miami event, and we're gonna like be part of it. I feel like our vibe more fits the International Boat Show than Rolling Loud.
Wow, that
Nice.
thing.
I'm in.
Love that.
I hate that thing.
Why?
Just
The
ruins
traffic is always
traffic.
awful.
Really?
No, at least Rolling Loud's at one centralized location. There's at least 7 different places that have a boat show event. It's ridiculous.
There's 3 weeks that I've learned. My 1 year anniversary of moving to Miami was on Saturday, actually.
Wow.
Happy
3
anniversary.
weeks that I've
Happy
learned
anniversary.
2 days
to
before
not
Tony's
go
birthday.
anywhere when you live in Miami. One is Art Basel week. One is Rolling Loud / Ultra. Both of those weeks are terrible. And number 3 is the International Boat Show week. It took
The
me once an
Fairmont in
hour
Westchester,
to get
too.
home.
Yeah.
You mentioned, Tony, a happy 31st birthday to our own and Stugotz's especially beloved Tony.
Happy birthday to him. I don't care. Good luck.
As a gift to him, Stugotz, you want to give him Zach Ertz's numbers the second half of the season last year in
The
Arizona?
splits, yeah. I mean, we'll have our own form of splits later. But Tony, Ertz's numbers since he joined the Cardinals, 18 catches, 189 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, you called him great.
An absolute superstar.
You did. He was better with the other team. I mean,
Happy 31st birthday to Tony. Billy, you mentioned that someone has come in repeatedly recently with their clothes on the wrong way. Was it Tony or was it someone else? Because you delighted in informing me of
No,
this.
no. I ask, are you guys aware of this happening? Because it was just brought to my attention by someone in the front row that wasn't Chris Whittingham that said, hey, someone's come in here multiple times with their shirt inside out. Because Danny, who works on video, came in and he was wearing this Miami Heat shirt that, like, I guess is cool, where everything's printed in reverse.
It is
so I
cool.
guess it's to take pictures in the mirror or something. I don't exactly know. But I asked him, are you wearing your clothes inside out? Because it looked like he was wearing his clothes inside out. And then someone who shall remain nameless said, we actually have someone around these parts that's come in here multiple times with their shirt on inside out. And I was like, wait, what? So that's why I was asking you guys if you guys had noticed this.
I just became incredibly self-conscious thinking that I presently have my
I
shirt
looked at my
inside
buttons.
out.
I looked at my buttons.
there's a chance it's me. I know there
The
is.
betting favorite is Chris Cody when we were talking about
Really?
it back
I'd say
here.
Bob.
Yeah, I don't know who.
I'd say Bob is the leading candidate.
Really? What are you doing there? Why are you doing that to Bob?
Because
I mean,
I think Bob would notice and not care.
well,
Well, who
I think
is it?
everyone would notice and not care. That's probably why it's happened more than once. I don't know who brought that up to you, Billy, since you won't tell us. But it does seem like something that someone would do and then not change out of or notice because they don't really care that much.
But how did you notice? Did you see the tags on the shirt or like the thing printed
no,
on the
it's
back?
always the seam. That's how you can tell. The
This
seam.
is me
When
then.
The seams. Yeah, Dan keeps checking his shoulders. I think it might have been Dan.
Where did this come
could
from,
see
though?
that.
Who is it?
I don't know either. It happened like a few times
Wait,
last summer, and I
It's
don't
the
remember.
strangest thing because someone who says she doesn't remember said, I know that it wasn't Tony and I know it wasn't you to me,
are
but
you
doesn't remember
protecting?
who it was.
Who are you protecting?
I'm not
It seems like you are.
It wasn't even. Might not have even been me who said it in the first place. The person should remain nameless, as Billy said.
Yeah.
I mean, you did describe a lot of things that you could point to either
Maybe
Dan
she
or
also
Stugotz.
noticed.
yeah, you could.
Stugotz was trying to process as you were talking, and he thought for sure you were talking about him.
I have this one shirt where I'm confused, this Lululemon shirt, where I don't know if I'm wearing it correctly every single time I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That is the trend now to make the seams, the outside seams, look like inside seams.
And I don't know when we got into this trend where you needed a left sock and a right sock, but it's thrown my
I
life
love
into
it.
chaos.
I love left sock, right sock.
It's-
Oh, my fanciest socks.
No, you
All my
can't do
fancy
that.
socks are right socks,
You
left
can't
socks.
do
Those
that.
are the ones I rewear more than once.
It's the item
Yeah.
that always gets lost in the laundry. You can't be
I
doing
need to
that.
know which foot is getting
I need
lost
to be
in the
told,
laundry.
yeah.
Now
I
I'm
agree.
freaking out. Where's right? Where's right?
I need the big toe to fit in the big toe spot and the little toe to fit in
you
the little
sound
toe
like a
spot.
quarterback.
And roast beef to go where roast beef goes.
Also, I did something when I came back from Tahoe. I had run out of right socks. I had put up a bundle of socks that was 2 lefts. It was the same sock, but it was 2 lefts. And it was my last clean pair. And I thought it would throw my life into chaos if I put a left sock on a right foot. Guess what? None of it mattered. I hopped on the plane. I didn't notice. Once I got past the first 30 seconds, which admittedly were very tough. First 30 seconds, but it was all in my mind. Once I started putting a foot in front of the other, once you started putting a foot in front of the other,
Guillermo, put it on the poll.
It doesn't matter.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Are you an idiot and a loser if you wear 2 left socks?
That little piggy was so confused. It was like, am I going home or am I going to the market? Everything's so wrong.
Also, what is the batting average on you put 12 socks in the wash and you come out with 12 socks? Mine's about like 30%. I use mismatched socks all the time just because it's nearly impossible, especially because I have a community, like 2 washing machines, 2 dryers. I see socks all over that room that are mine, that are like in this corner and that corner. I never come back with 12 out of 12 socks.
Where do they
go?
They
all line up symmetrically.
Where do they go?
Do you think if you just put 12 socks in and nothing else, you'd come back with 12 socks?
I come back with 11.
Right. I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
I might even come back with 13.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Le Batard Show. If you put 12 socks in...
That happens to me all the time.
Extra socks?
The missing sock.
I have a massive pile in my closet that is just left-footed socks. I only have 2 red socks. When one just goes missing, I don't have the use for the other red one.
I think it happens to everybody. I believe that I go into the transaction with I'm not going to get as many socks back as I put in here.
I should just auto-subscribe on Amazon to just give me socks once every 3 months because my sock pile is so much smaller than it was a year ago, and I don't know where the socks went. I have no idea.
Socks used to be nothing that you'd ever think about.
Nope.
You just grab a 24-pack at a Kmart and you're on your way. But then designer socks came into the equation, and now losing one red stand sock ruins your day because you're out $36.
And now for men, the longer socks are back. You see a lot of guys that will wear socks up to their calves. I've always been a no-show / ankle sock guy, so I'm purposely out of trend. But it has become a much more difficult game than it ever needed.
I'm telling you, Dan, we're in a bad place with socks.
Yeah. I agree.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Le Batard Show. Are we in a bad place with socks?
Can someone name names on wearing the shirts the wrong way?
I'm gonna say it's Bob.
It's not Bob.
I think there's a greater than 0 chance that Bob right now presently is not wearing his clothes on the right way. I'm gonna go check it out.
If it's Chris Cody, what would be your theory? Like he wears it right.
He wears a black T-shirt every day
and just flips it over and thinks no one will notice.
Yeah, didn't notice. Gets
2 wears.
We are going to get to Stugotz's weekend observations in a second, but getting back because the content people have caught up post-pandemic, and I just saw an onslaught of She-Hulk, Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Black Panther had a trailer that should win awards at the way it went from No Women, No Cry to Kendrick Lamar. And our knowledge on this subject is terrible, as evidenced by someone who writes in, your utter lack of knowledge around the show Super Friends is astounding. First, there was no mention of the Wonder Twins, and Robin is a figgin' badass. Figgin' is how it's spelled.
Oh.
Let me drop some knowledge bombs on you.
He's that guy.
I don't want any of those knowledge bombs.
I love a knowledge bomb.
You guys talk superheroes without me. I'm kind of bummed. Because I'm doing a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to the superheroes on this show. I can only imagine. However, that is not the flex that person thinks it is. You guys don't remember the 1970s Super Friends show? How dare you forget the Wonder Twins? It's the lamest bit of banter I've seen on our socials.
We had a very informed conversation about superheroes while you were gone, Mike. It was really top notch.
I read a random list of the worst superheroes on the internet, and 3 of them are now being made into movies. The Rock is voicing one of them. I think Squirrel Girl, we talked about Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl is being made into a movie, I think. Or was already made into a movie.
Well, The Rock is...
People will go nuts.
The Rock is Black Adam, correct? that they're all coming out. It's an explosion of these kinds of movies and trailers and special effects. You didn't like Venom, right? Venom has already come out with us. There's a second Venom, and didn't like the first Venom.
I thought the first one, Tom Hardy's performance was really good in what he was. It was very disjointed. I hated the way that it was edited. It was very rushed. And then I saw the sequel, and it was just even worse than the first in so many respects. But I'll still keep going for Tom Hardy's performance and seeing if they can make this weird mishmash of Sony's aspect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe work. I think there's some very good with the rebooted Spider-Man franchise. I think it gets really messy when they try to tell Venom's story in an alternate timeline, in an alternate universe. I saw Morbius. That was a disaster. However, it was somehow...
You were Morbin?
I was Morbin. I've morbed twice.
You've been wanting to talk about how bad Morbius was and then you got distracted by Al Pacino and the House of Gucci.
I will tell you that if you thought Morbius was Jared Leto's worst performance of the year, may I present to you House of Gucci? House of Gucci, I was floored by how bad it was. Was it purposefully campy and bad? Because if that's the case, then I could come around on this. But it's Ridley Scott. Like, they were going for it. And it is so dreadful, so slow in parts, so overperformed to the point of comedy. Like, Jared Leto, you just end up laughing at how badly he missed this one. With Morbius, I mean, it's Jared Leto as a vampire. That's not even a stretch for the man.
Did you hate it? Which one did you hate?
I hated House of Gucci more because there were redeeming qualities with Morbius, and that's the memes. The memes have been great. Morbin is great. I thought I would be super excited to morb, and then I morbed too much. It was too much morbid for me.
Too close to the sun.
I morbed too close to the sun, and you shouldn't do that if you're a vampire.
Boston should investigate that. Dan, speaking of birthdays this weekend, it was Vin Diesel's birthday. He turned 55, and apparently he celebrated it with Helen Mirren. Yeah. There was a Page 6 article about this, and I have to read this to you. It says, a spy exclusively told us Diesel was wearing a blazer, which he then took off to reveal a tank top, fitting for the scorching temps.
I'm glad that we stopped in on Vin Diesel. And
it's important.
It's
he
also
was wearing a
fitting for
tank
Vin
top
Diesel.
under his blazer.
Yeah,
Inside
every photo that
out,
I've seen of Vin Diesel, he's wearing a tank top only.
With
So it's
Helen
nice that he
Mirren.
dressed up. Yeah. Well, is Helen Mirren in that franchise? Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you not think that was important? What's wrong with you?
I'm just laughing at his crew later in life. One of the great action stars is Helen Mirren. I just love that she's a wonderful actress.
Bit of a youth movement for that franchise.
But Vin Diesel runs off the rock and takes himself very seriously with the Fast and the Furious franchise and hangs out with Helen Mirren. That's funny to me.
Billy, I don't mean to pick at a scab here, but it's Vin Diesel. It seems all he's got going on right now outside of his blossoming music career is the Fast and the Furious movies, and it's a weird thing to happen to him because he's a huge breadwinner for him. This is a franchise that he thought he was too good for. Around the second one, he dipped out on the franchise and then was brought back, and now he runs the show.
Or the Guardians of the Galaxy still around?
Yeah, they're having number 3 now.
Oh,
I like
he in
those.
that?
Those are good.
He says
Those are
I am
good
Groot.
movies, but those are speaking
pays the
parts.
bills. Yeah.
I
There's
think I would
just a speaking part. How dare you?
I think there is
Say that to
a
Ray Romano
human on
about
this
the Willie Mammoth that he plays.
I think they phased him out. They phased him out. He's no longer the voice of the Woolly Mammoth in Ice Age.
They phased him out?
I think they phase out. Now it's just like a person that sounds like John Leguizamo.
Really?
Which is a little dangerous. A person that sounds like Queen Latifah, which is also dangerous. Ray
Dangerous
Romano's
game.
a safe space.
Wow.
It's not that hard to, I guess, try to do a Ray Romano thing, but I think we'd all get really upset at finding out what Vin Diesel's paid for the Groot stuff. He probably has a merchandising cut.
Speaking of money, we will get to Stugotz's weekend observations in a second, but Charles Barkley just told Dan Patrick that he makes about $20 million a year. That's combined, broadcasting and endorsements, and that he would go to Live Golf if they tripled his salary. That he would, and he'd lose the endorsements, and it would have to be $60 million a year in order to get him out of because he'd lose TNT too, probably.
I could see Liv doing that. Why wouldn't they?
He'd always said that he was going to leave TNT at the end of this contract.
He's 60 in a year. He's 60 in a year, and he said that for a long time, but he seemed to me to mean it every time he said it recently. And he doesn't love ownership over there. They've changed ownership and things. So, like, he's ready to retire from TNT, but he thinks he can do a lot of good with that money. I think it's a terrible idea for him, but he thinks he can do a lot with the money if they do triple his salary.
8 tournaments a year, $60 million at the age of 60, not nearly the grind of the NBA and TNT. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Because of the blood money aspect.
Right. But Barkley's on record as saying he doesn't care.
Well,
about
but being on record as saying doesn't mean that he's prepared for what the actual backlash would be, which all those sponsor relationships and setting fire to the bridge between him and TNT as well.
When he says he could do a lot with that money, does he mean a lot of good with that money, or does he mean Argos plus 6.5?
A lot of whatever the hell he wants with that money. I mean, Mike, if someone's offering you $60 million at the age of 60, it's hard to turn.
That's a lot of money on the Argonauts.
Stugotz here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love a good gummy. Whether I'm on the golf course or winding down after a long day of carrying the show on my back, all I need is one good gummy to help me totally relax. And now, thanks to my good friends at CBDMD, getting Delta 9 THC gummies shipped directly to your door is not only possible, it's easy and affordable. How about that? Every CBDMD Delta 9 gummy is packed with 10 milligrams of THC per gummy, and let me tell you, buddy, they work. CBDMD also has Delta 9 microdose capsules that feature 1 milligram of THC, so it's easy to enjoy them whenever, wherever. And listen, I know it's easy to get confused with all the different Deltas out there, but Delta 9 THC is the same good old-fashioned THC we've all known and loved for years. To learn more about Delta 9 and everything else CBDMD has to offer, just head to cbdmd.com/Dan. Once again, that's cbdmd.com/Dan for information, education, and the best damn gummies you've ever had. Must be 21 years or older to purchase Delta 9.
When you shop at Walmart, you get it. Spend a little less on dorm must-haves.
8 a.m. class, 8 ounces of caffeine.
A room that finally feels just like home.
And create a space that's a little more you, with bedding from $5 and appliances from $9. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Dan Le Batard.
What did Stugotz just text you, Mike? While Bob Costas was talking very eloquently about the things that are producing anxiety in America and beyond, what did he text you?
Yeah, during your enlightened conversation, I got a text from Stugotz that said Todd Gurley Ravens, to which we all had to search for what he meant because there's no report saying that Todd Gurley signed with the Ravens. He was just texting me about a visit Todd Gurley is presently having with the Baltimore Ravens.
According to Adam Schefter, I think it's a 1-year deal now, Mike, so he gets a chance to prove himself again. Right, it's a big deal, Mike. Todd Gurley to the Ravens.
Prove it. I love a 1-year
prove it deal.
Stugotz.
It's just, so he says it was Adam Schefter. So I look at Adam Schefter's Twitter account. Couldn't find anything. Jess went and tracked down the tweet. Mm-hmm. Here are the red flags on this account. 1, the handle, Spots Centra.
But you realize you can read that very, very quickly and think it's.
Mistake number 1. Mistake number 2. There was no check mark. It was that thing that people do to try and fool people of the white circle that kind of looks like the check mark, but is not. Sign number 3, the avatar. It's the SportsCenter logo, but in fairly sizable print above it is the word not. All the red flags, and yet Stugotz is still going. Todd Gurley, Ravens, buddy.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz. It is time for Stugotz to share his game notes. No one in the media will tell you what happened better than my boy Stu.
Who's wearing the shirts inside out? I mean, who's doing it?
I think it's me.
Really? It's embarrassing.
Why we need a payoff, Jess? You need to betray this person.
I don't know who it was.
I don't believe it.
It was
Billy
Stugotz
knows.
or Chris Cody. I've narrowed it down to 2 suspects.
But Billy knows. Oh, you don't know?
No, I just learned that this happened today.
This was also an off-air conversation that did not need to be on air. So if you're looking for a payoff, I don't know what to tell you.
Quick update. Baselli got back to me. We will have him on Stupidity this week. He says after Thursday he's done, Billy, and he seems to be saying yes to everything I'm asking for.
We already have a guest this week.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Bump him. Got a Hall of Famer coming up.
This guest, I think, is a Hall of Famer, too.
Oh, wow. What do I do?
Lie to everybody, Stugotz.
That's a good idea. Anyway.
Hold on a second. We could have 2 Hall of Famers on the same episode.
A couple of Hall of Famers cutting it up. How about that?
Yeah, but the problem is that I know how you operate, and Baselli's going to be an hour and 60 minutes.
Right.
Like 2 hours, I guess.
Baselli or no Selly. I mean, we got to play that. Baselli, no Selly. I mean.
Boselli, Bobai. It doesn't work.
What? Weekend observations?
We're going to skip over Billy saying an hour and 60 minutes.
Brought to you by Miller Lights. Great taste, 96 calories, available for delivery. What's so funny about an hour and 60 minutes? I don't get it. Dan! Weird show. After a barren wasteland of football for 5 months, Kyler Murray taking the Cardinals out of his Instagram profile, then putting them back in. Get up asking, who is going to win the AFC North in May? Lamar Jackson contract negotiations. You could start to feel it. You can smell it. The smell of the freshly cut grass. The sound of pads colliding. Peter King going around the country on a bus. And we're not far away from the return of the Hard Knocks music. And Dan, just like that, NFL training camp is back. You're excited, I can tell, huh? Big year coming up.
Not about training camp, no.
Really? You're talking a lot about the Dolphins lately. It seems like you're into it. Big year for the Fins.
Start of the season.
Yep. Does anyone love to streamline things more than the fancy young lad known as Chris Whittingham? And he loves to streamline stuff. You get a weekly email from Whitty where he's streamlining stuff. What does it mean?
I have a Bob update. I just made him do a spin for me. Apparently, everything, the button-down shirt, the jeans, the shoes, the necklace that he's made out of severed human ears, all of it was right side out.
Huh.
Did you check the socks?
Can you imagine if he was a penny loafers guy?
Frontier Airlines is the Blaine Gabbert of airlines. Not terrible. The president of Barcelona said the Messi chapter isn't over. It was a 21-year-long chapter. It's long enough. It's over. Thanks. Barca. Jim Cott. Compiler. Also, an athlete that connotes furniture. How nice of the Phillies and Major League Baseball to allow Pete Rose to step on a baseball field for the first time in 17 years this August as part of the 1980 World Series team. The Hit King, Charlie Hustle, top 5 Phillies from the 80s. You will love this list, Dan. Number 5, and just you, Tug McGraw.
Yeah, it will just be me. There will be nobody else interested in this list.
Number 4, John Vukovic. Fantastic. You don't remember Vuk?
I think of him as am I wrong in thinking of Pete Vukovic is the brewer?
As a brewer? That's Pete. John's his older brother. And he's a Vukovic.
I don't remember. It's a wonderful name. I don't remember anything about Phillies era John Vukovic.
Number 3, Greg Luzinski, the Bull.
I sent Stugotz a video the other day of Greg Luzinski playing left field in AstroTurf. There was a line drive hit, and he ran right past it with his glove. He might as well have been holding a frying pan. Like, just ran right past it. Just a designated hitter in left field who should not have been out there.
Number 2, Larry Boa.
Whitty, it's like if I, at my age right now, tried to catch a line drive. Like, no practice, no nothing. You threw me in left field and somebody hit like a stinging screamer with hook at me. It would be like me running toward it.
This was the Bull, though, at his peak.
I've got to send this out. It's amazing.
His prime. But hold on for number 1, because it's Bake McBride. You love Big McBride.
I mean, I just remember the quote, 2/3 of the earth is covered by water and the other third is covered by Baked McBride.
Here come the Jays. Tim Couch.
Henry Ruggs.
Excellent. Sean McVay said his contract talks are in a good place. July. Hey, Ferrari, how about try Plan F for finish a race?
Jose Mesa.
Wow. You blew my mind.
Amazing.
Amazing. I mean, I had some more somewhere around here, but that might end the game. Jose Mesa. I don't get it. Jerry West said of J.J. Redick, quote, what did he do that determined games? He averaged 12 points per game. 2 thoughts. 1, he's right. 2, Jerry West is done around.
He's so done.
The logo.
Do it on TikTok.
He is arrived at a point. There's a point in everyone's life where you just don't give a shit what anyone says. That's where Jerry West is, and you just let it fly.
Is he there though? If he's threatening to
he cares about what they say, but he's giving it back. He is.
He's threatening to take him to the Supreme Court. He's caring about what somebody says.
I guess. Well, just Adam McKay. There is a speculation that the Sixers gave James Harden a wink-wink guarantee for a big payday next summer. I only include this to tell you that I love a good wink-wink. It's fantastic. Little wink-wink, Dan. You know I love those.
I think everyone loves those.
Well, no one more than me. The M in Madison Bumgardner stands for McCann. Mad Bum. Madison, when talking about Victor Robles after he hit and celebrated a meaningless home run, said, quote, he's a clown. Golly. Classic Mad Bum. I mean, who says golly? When's the last time you've heard someone say golly in a sentence?
My wife made fun of me for saying it this weekend.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I did.
And you're wearing your shirts inside out.
That's right.
Woody at the last show meeting. He was pissed.
Enraged Witty. No one's ever seen him so hostile.
Elon Musk having an affair with the wife of his lifelong friend is all you need to know about Elon Musk.
I mean, what is wrong with those? What's wrong with that entire family? Isn't Musk's dad also like sleeping with relatives or something?
Ex-relative.
Yeah, that's a fine. One might say he stuck his rocket
allegedly
in another man's space. John Rocker.
Candlestick.
What?
Candlestick.
Why do I imagine Elon Musk unplugging his penis from an electric charger?
That white body of his just like taking a cord out. Cord he can't keep in his pants. What's wrong with him?
I don't know.
He keeps couching everything in the rationalization that we need to repopulate the earth. Oh yeah, that's right. His father even used that one.
With just musks?
Yes. Juan Soto's paychecks having Stevie A. Cohen's signature on them. Collision course. The Metropolitan stand.
That's right.
Stevie A. Cohen. You want your owner to be named Stevie A. Cohen, don't you? Like a little Stevie? You like that?
Not really.
Why?
He doesn't go by Stevie, does he?
Oh, yeah.
He does?
Stevie A. Cohen.
Just
yes. When he was a hedge fund manager.
Just when Stugotz walks into the room.
Stevie A. Cohen. I'm telling you. Devontae Adams comparing Derek Carr to Aaron Rodgers. No.
Paul Coffee Table book?
This is when you guys start doing the stretching stuff on this, where you turn it into puns and stuff.
Ottoman Porter?
Oh, wow.
There's more room to play there.
That is good. Dan, you know what the D in Devontae stands for?
I do not.
Don't do that. Joe Burrow is training with the ball from Super Bowl 51. Love that, man. Love it. What do you think he means by it?
Patrick Surtains.
Wow. Also, Goosebumps.
Patrick Surtains Jr.
Also, July. Patrick Surtain. So good. I'm looking for some that
Ian Bookshelf.
Also, Joe Burrow played in Super Bowl 56, not in 51. I think you read the Roman numerals wrong.
I probably did.
Is that $5?
No, it's not.
I think you read the internet wrong.
You keep looking for your video over there.
Hold on a second, Dan. He did read the internet wrong. He said that Zach Ertz only had 180 some odd catches, or 100 and some odd 80. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to read at the same time. My bad, guys.
$5 for you.
Yeah, my bad. He had 56 catches for 574 yards and 3 touchdowns with Arizona, plus a game of 15 catches for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm not so certain about
Superstar.
that. I'll look it up. Your birthday, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
$10, two guys.
For what? I mean,
For both reading the internet wrong on both those things.
we'll see.
What do you mean we'll see?
We'll see if I pay the $10. Like, if I have it. I owe you. You trust me.
I do not.
It's not nice. Todd Bowles.
Ooh.
Toilet bowl.
Are they decorative?
Is that furniture?
If they're decorative.
Yeah.
The game is items you find in the living room. So I had to clarify.
Also in this week's edition of July, Jim Irsay paid $6 million for Muhammad Ali's belt. Top 5 belts. Number 5, and I think Mike would agree, a good solid golf belt.
Just a random golf ball?
They're fantastic. Number 4, and I think Whittingham would agree, a double-sided belt. Great flexibility, Dan.
Yeah, especially if you wear your clothes inside out.
Number 3, a Stuart Huge belt by Gucci. Number 2, Batman's utility belt. You know number 1.
I don't know number 1.
You know number 1.
I know
We've been
number
talking
1.
about number 1 for 20 years at first base.
I know number 1.
Give us number 1, Mike.
Brandon Belt.
Oh, that's number 1. How'd you not know?
I thought it would be championship belt of some sort.
Keep an eye on the Stros. At this point, is it fair to wonder what's going to last longer, planet Earth or Tom Brady's career? For a moment, everything felt right again, thanks to Tim Kurkjian and the Hall of Fame for providing that moment. It was nice to see. You tear up?
It was nice.
Yeah.
I did not tear up.
It means so much to that man. I mean, it means a lot to every man, but like Tim Kurkjian,
He cares deeply about the sport.
he can't believe he's there. I was texting with him. He simply cannot believe that he is in the Hall of Fame. It's adorable. I enjoyed walking around New Jersey, hearing people say it's hot as hell, and saying to them, today is every day in South Florida. At least there's a breeze. Speaking of hell, Art Briles. Dan, those are the weekend observations.
Lloyd Cushenberry.
Who?